Hello. Welcome to CalmingEscape's hiking adventures. What can I do for you? Interested in learning more about the trails? Wonderful. Well, that's what I'm here for. Do you go hiking much? Okay. Well, we do have a variety of trails in this park, and we have a nice little guide for you. And if you like, we can go ahead and look through those and maybe pick out a trail that suits you best. Okay. Sure. Okay, let me just bring this up for you. Alright. So, I think I'll just start by showing you level easy, and then we'll move up so that you can see the differences between each trail, and we can find a trail that best suits you for your hiking adventure. Okay, perfect. So, first we're gonna start with Trail 1, and this is level easy here. This is called Adeles Trail, and as you can see, we have the trailhead here, and it goes up. Just mark anytime you see this little blue circle, that's going to mean some sort of waterfall. Yes, we do have those around here. So if we look at the details of Adeles Trail, it is level easy, as I said. It's a half-mile loop trail. As for scenery, it's single falls alongside the trail, and this is great for families of all ages. Yes, because it is a level easy trail. Great for kids. We can just look again at that trail loop. Okay, so that's Adeles Trail. Next we have Tingles Trail, and this is also level easy. Alright, so if we look in at this, you have the trailhead, and then you're hiking into a falls. You can see that? And the details on Tingles Trail is easy as well. It's a 3/4 of a mile hike in, and then you also have to hike out. It's not a loop trail. You hike into the falls and then follow the same path back out. Does that make sense? Okay, perfect. So the full trail is 1.5 miles. Okay. The scenery is the single falls at the trail's end. And this one, being a level easy, is also great for families of all ages. Okay. Next, we have Trail 3, which is Adeles Trail, and it's level easy as well. You can see the trail here. This trail does not indicate any falls. It is simply a wooded area scenery hike. It is a 1-mile loop hike, and then the scenery says, hike alongside growing trees and keep an eye out for wildlife. Alright? Perfect. And this one also, being a level 1, is great for kids of all ages, family of all ages. The level 1s are very simple trails, don't take too much time at all. So moving up, to level medium. So first we have Adeles Trail. You can see the loop, the trailhead, and up to the falls. The details on this one, we have level medium, as I said. It's a 2-mile loop hike. The scenery, hike in a mile to see a beautiful falls alongside the trail. Continue the rest of the way, continue the rest of the trail alongside a creek. Alright. Now this does say it's a rocky trail portions and slight drop-offs. That's why it's moved up to a medium level. If kids or elderly or anything like that, just a little bit more cautious because the trails are not paved, they're more rocky, and there are the slight drop-offs. Of course, need to pay attention to that. So that was the Adeles Trail. Next, we have another level medium, and this is Lillian's Trail, alright? So this one is another hike in and out trail. We have the trailhead down here, and you hike in, and then you're going to follow the same trail back out. Alright? Level medium, it's a 2-mile hike in and then the 2-mile back out. So a full trail of 4 miles for you. The scenery is a hike in 2 miles and come up close to a 2-drop falls. Very spectacular falls. And this one also has the rocky trail portions and slight drop-offs. So once again, moving up to the medium section, the trail's going to get a little bit steeper, a little bit harder. Okay. And then let's see, what else do we have? So we have another level medium trail, and this is the Whispers Red Trail. And we can see the trailhead looping around to a falls. And the details on this one are level medium, 2-mile loop hike. The scenery is hike along side creeks and small water streams before making it to a falls halfway through your trail. And being medium, the rocky trail proportions and the slight drop-offs as well. Keeping track? Perfect. So now we're moving into the difficult section of our trails. So we do recommend that the difficult trails you be accompanied by someone, a friend, family member. It's just safer that way to hike in more people in case something happens. We also ask that more experienced hikers go on the difficult level. Yes. Alright. So moving on to the difficult trails. First up we have the Water Whispers Trail. Alright, so you can see the size is going to change quite drastically. And the trailhead's down here and wrapping around. The details on this map, or Trail 7, Water Whispers Trail. Level difficult, as I said, it's a 4-mile loop hike. Scenery is hike the 4 miles into nature and come across 2 separate falls. So there will be 2 separate falls along this trail. Not together, yeah, they're actually about a mile apart. And then, as I said, experienced hikers suggested rocky trails and drop-offs. Okay, and you can see that one more time. And that's the first falls there, and then the second falls about a mile down the trail. And they're very different from each other. Right. So next we have Trail Map 8, and it's level difficult. And this is Femorals Trail, alright? This is one of our more detailed trails, as you might be able to see. The trailhead is down here, and you can see switchbacks up to higher portions of the mountain. And the details on this is the 5-mile loop hike. The scenery is transfer yourself away from the outside world on this hike. Hike into deep woods and come across 3 separate waterfalls. Experienced hikers suggested rocky trails and drop-offs, and it notes the switchbacks. Switchbacks are basically where you're going to go like this, up the mountain, to gain some altitude. Okay. That one is one of our more popular trails, though, for our experienced hikers. Then we have our 9th trail, which is Whisper Sparkles Trail. Right here, and the trailhead is down here and goes up to the water portion up at top. And the details on Whisper Sparkles Trail, number 9, is the level difficult. It's a 4.5-mile loop hike. The scenery is a hike alongside a steady river before coming to one of our tallest falls. Continue your journey and see small caves and wildlife along the way. And experienced hikers suggested, once again, rocky trails and drop-offs. Yes, I just need to tell everyone about every individual hike, even if it's a little bit repetitive. And this one also does have the warning for watch for slippery hills. The trail does go alongside some of the water, and if we get a lot of rain or anything like that, the trails can be a little bit washed out. So we just put that warning up ahead. Okay. And our final trail that we have, a level difficult, is the Gentle Whispering Trail, and it is one of the bigger ones. The trailhead is here, and you're actually going to gain quite a lot of elevation in this one and wrap around the mountain before coming back down. So level difficult, it's a 5.5-mile loop. The scenery is gain elevation on this trail up to the top of the mountain, where you will then hike the small trails to some hidden gems, 2 separate waterfalls, experienced hikers suggested, rocky trails and drop-offs, and we put the warning to watch for the slippery hills on this one as well. So those are our 10 separate trails that we have here. Did any of those stand out to you? They did? Alright. Well, and we do have all of that trail information, the maps, the details on each individual trail, we have all printed up for you. You can feel free to take some of those home, look it over. Did you have any questions for me? The more experienced trails. Well, if you haven't hiked in a while, I would suggest starting off with an easy trail or a medium, just to get your body a little bit more into the hiking, and then gradually grow up to one of the more difficult trails. Yes, some of the steep parts of the trails or the switchbacks can really take the wind out of you, so if you start off a little smaller, if you're not used to hiking such big trails, it's much better on you and your body. Yes. Supplies. Whenever I'm hiking, I always carry a backpack with me. Are you familiar with that for your hikes? Okay. Yeah, and it's always going to depend on the size of the hike that you're doing. I usually take a medium-sized backpack. I always take bottles of water. You can take just like the store-bought ones, or I know a lot of people like to bring the insulated ones. Keeps the water nice and cool for you. If you're going on a longer hike, I would definitely suggest a snack. You're going to be burning a lot of calories on these mountains and on these trails, so it's definitely a good idea to bring a couple different snacks. So you can take a break and maybe stop by one of the waterfalls and relax for a little bit and have a snack. Of course, there's other things you can bring too, just to be on the safe side. If you're worried about it, you can bring a compass. Or maybe your phone has one built in. I'm sure there's an app for that. You can also bring such things as like matches or some more survival type things. Right. Those are more safety precautions in case you were to get lost or anything of that sort. Yes, it does happen from time to time. That's why we do really stick to the rule of staying on the marked trails, because most of the time when people get lost, it's because they've gone off the trail into some heavy wooded area. They get lost along the mountain and they can't find their way back to the trail. But if you just stay on the designated trails, you'll have a lovely hike. You get to go and see the beautiful waterfalls, and then you can either wrap back around to the parking area or come back that trail if it's a in and out hike. Sure, of course I can show you those again. Yes, these are samples of some of the creeks and waterfalls and such water that you will be hiking alongside on some of our trails. Yes, they're very pretty. It's a very relaxing environment. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead. So, Trail 1, Feathers Trail. Trail 2, Minx Laura's Trail. Trail 3, Adeles Trail. Trail 4, and that's Silent Citadel's Trail. Trail 5 is Lillian's Trail. Trail 6 is Whisper's Red Trail. Trail 7 is Water Whispers Trail. Trail 8 is Femorals Trail. Trail 9 is Whisper Sparkles Trail. Trail 10 is Gentle Whisperings Trail. Did you want to take any of those info about any of those trails home with you? You did. Okay, which ones were you interested in? Okay. Alright. Of course. Okay, let me just go ahead and grab those for you. Yeah, of course. I believe I found the ones you were looking for. I went ahead and included a few just pamphlets about the area, tips on hiking. There's also a safety brochure in here. We also have one that has our contact information. If you get home and you have any questions for me, you can feel free to call or email us. We also have a Facebook page. And on our Facebook page, you can chat with a few other people that have gone on our hikes, maybe if you have questions for them. Yes, I have gone on every one of these hikes. So I have personally done all of them. So I just went ahead and put this in a little pamphlet for you, okay? So it has the different hikes you were interested in, as well as some of the additional information that I gave you. Alright, do you have any other questions for me today? Alright, well, I'm so glad you came in. I hope that I was able to help narrow down your options for what hiking adventure you would like to go on. Alright. Well, you can go ahead and go home and look those over, and maybe I'll see you up here on one of the trails. Alright. Well, you have a great day.